Good morning, traders. Welcome to the live trading room. I hope you are all doing well this morning. You have been tracking this chart on the website. Let's have a look at the chart on Pound Chief. So we've been tracking this chart for this one to go into the blue box and for a sell setup. So I want us to look at this chart and look at the trade setup that we can get here from the blue box and for this to drop to the downside. So that is what we have on the 4-hour. The latest 1-hour chart, let's just have a look here on the latest 1-hour chart. So we've got a sell set up there, so we're going to be looking at that. Looks like we've now reached the blue box there, and we're looking for this to make a move to the downside. This is the latest chart shared this morning. As you can see here, there's clear 3 waves, there's clear 3 waves, and there's clear 3 waves there. So you may say, oh, but there's 5 waves there. So this is how we're looking at it. We're looking at this as a 3-wave structure like this, because we already have 3 waves there. So we cannot have an A, B, C structure. We cannot have a C wave that has got 3 waves. So a zigzag that has got 3, 3, 3. So this is a zigzag WXY is a combination. So we're looking at this one to be coming up here, and we'll be looking for the sell setup there. Let's have a look if that has actually reached the blue box and if it is ready for a sell setup. Right, so let's have a look at that one. For the blue box. So this is the structure. This is the structure. So we're looking at this one to be in the blue box. I'm going to take this off so we can just look at the latest blue box in the lower degree. Let's clean it up here. So what we are looking at here is this. So we are right in the blue box, we can sell there. We are looking to target around about this level here. So from 27 to about 24, that's over 300 pips. So we'll be looking for an entry there. Let's just have a look at the chart here. So minimum, we'll be looking to get back to around 24. This is where we're going to move to break even. So we're looking for that to drop from there. So let's have a look here at other indicators. Let's clean this up here. We are looking to enter from the blue box. We are going to put our stop at 128. It's a 50, call it a 60 pip stop for a possibility of over 340 pips. So that's where we're looking to take the trade setup at. Right, look for that sell setup. That's what we're looking at. If you don't like to take it on the blue box, you can look to take it below this level. Okay, you can look to take it below this level. Let's have a look at the indicators. As far as the indicators are concerned, we are still above 50, but this is a blue box setup, so we can look to take it right at the top there. We are at the top. We've got some divergence there. We've made a new high there. So we're looking for this one to drop from there. Right, so that's what we have there. Let's have a look at the daily structure. So the daily has reset at the top. Although we are slightly above 50, we'll be looking for this to just continue to drop there. So same way, same thing that we got here. You see how this one dropped here, although it did not drop aggressively because this was almost towards the end of the move. So that was the long corrective structure there on the daily. We had this one at the top, so there was the move there. This was at the top. We have exactly the same thing again now, and we'll be looking for this to drop again. We are now within the blue box. We're looking for that to drop. We're at the top. We're at the top. We're looking for this one to drop from there. Okay, so that's what we have there on our pound chief. We're looking for this to continue to the downside for at least 340 pips. We'll be looking for that. So let's keep an eye on that one. We'll upload that on the under trade setups. So I wanted us to have a look at that one. Right, as for the rest of the structures, let's watch the DXY and the euro. Right, we are looking for the DXY to make that reversal. Okay, and for the move to the downside, remember, for us to confirm this trend reversal, we need this RSI trading below 50. It is not trading below 50 as yet, so we're looking for this one to drop to around this level. But if you look at this right now, there's a very high likelihood that we can still get one more up here. Look at this one here. This looks like a regular flat or an expanding flat. That can give us one more up. But even with that, we are still expecting downside. Okay, we can get one more move to the upside, but we are still expecting downside. But if you look at this on the daily, this one is resetted. That is why there's a likelihood that we can get this one doing that, and then we look for a move to the downside. So let's keep an eye on this one on the daily. So let's have a look at the lower degree to see what we're getting there. So in the lower degree, if this one comes out as corrective structure, then we know that that regular flat is not going to play out, and we're going to have our continuation to the downside. Okay, so if the 4 hour is still bearish, still below 50, so that is still encouraging as far as the downside move is concerned. So we need to get that confirmation that that bigger flat correction is not going to play out, because if it does play out, we are still going to get one more up here. Okay, so let's see what we get here. So a similar structure like this will invalidate this whole structure, because then we're going to be starting to look for more downside around these levels. Okay, so let's watch that. Yesterday, I detailed how we should take the euro, and it played out inch perfect. Let's have a look at that 1 hour structure and how we looked to take that. So you should have been in a bit of profits yesterday. From here, we said we are taking the trade from the blue box. So there are some that took it from the blue box at this level. Some took it at the break of this level here, at this level here. So either way, we said, if you got it right here, and we make a move to around 1780. We wanted 1780. We didn't quite reach 1780, but you should just move your stops to break even. You don't want to go into negative with this structure. So you will look for another entry if this does go below the entry that you had. So this was the detail. So we said if this makes a move to around 1780, you move it to break even. Okay, why were we moving to break even? Because we didn't want this, if it's going to come back for 1 year, to take us out for a loss before it goes. So you want it to take you out for no loss. You should all not be in any loss. You should be almost in break even. So there's likelihood of this structure playing out, and then we start seeing continuation to the upside as far as the euro is concerned. But if it does continue to the downside, it's going to take you out, but you must not be taken out for a loss. So we'll be watching that for a move to the upside. It looks like we're in the blue box, but what I don't like is that we are trading below 50 already. This is at the top, but we're resetting here at this stage here, and we're looking at this corrective structure here. Let's see how this plays out. So if we start getting a closing candle above this, then we know that that's going to continue to the upside. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. No, we're not going to rush the DXY as well as the euro. Let's watch what we get from there. Right, pound US dollar forecasting more upside, but also has got this 3-wave pullback on the 1 hour. Is that the 3-wave pullback? Are we going to continue to see upside the same way we did here? Let's see what we get on pound US dollar. It is a 3-wave pullback. Let's see if we're going to get continuation to the upside. Let's look at the structures. So let's look at the 4 hour as well. So looking at the 4 hour, this looks like a corrective structure. Let's see here. We're still looking for more upside there. US dollar CAD. US dollar CAD on the 4 hour, we want to see at least a pullback here like this. So if that is the pullback, should get this one back here, should get this one back here, and we just continue lower. Remember, we're still bearish on US dollar CAD. US dollar Chief, the DXY structure will be a big determining factor as to the trade of this trade playing out. So we've got what looks like a flat correction here. We can have this, excuse me, my mouse is being skew here. We can have this looking like this here, a bit of a push here. We get the structure like this. If we do get a structure like this, we're going to see US dollar Chief continue to the downside. We are just at 50% here. We've reset it at the top. So downside still pretty much supported as far as US dollar Chief is concerned. So we'll just be tracking that. Audi US dollar as well. Now let's have a look at Audi US dollar. Now, Audi US dollar is making what looks like a three-wave structure. We want to see this get to around this level. 1, 2, 3, at least up to this level. We know that that whole move will be the 50% of this. Okay, so if there's going to be any reaction here, that's going to be because we are at 50 or 61% of this move. So let's watch that. You know, we still have got a trade here from around 71.50, and now we are at 74.90. That's almost 300 pips on that trade setup that you have on Audi US dollar. You can refer back to that trade setup on the website here. So this is the trade setup that we've got on Audi US dollar. So that is the trade setup from right here at the bottom. We're currently here at around 74.90. Okay, this has actually reached target. This has actually reached target at 78. You can close that trade. Okay, you can close that trade, take your profits. That is Audi US dollar. A good 350 pips trade, painless trade on Audi. Let's have a look at another one. We also have New Zealand US dollar. We're spoiled for choice here, New Zealand US dollar. The target for New Zealand US dollar was 71.70, 71.71. From this entry here, look at how this one has played out. That is New Zealand US dollar. We have reached this level here at 71.78. So that means that trade is also closed, has hit target, and you can exit. Even though there's still a potential for this to push to the upside, our trade setup and our target was modest at around this level, and we are happy to take profits at that level. That was in New Zealand. All right, so let's continue with the rest. US dollar ZAR continues to follow US dollar CAD. Will this be making a bigger structure like this? Will it be making a bigger structure like this? It's very likely that we can make that structure and a bigger one like that. That is US dollar ZAR. Let's see how that's going to play out. Still continuing lower, following US dollar, around the US dollar CAD, yes. Right, so those are the setups that we've got. Let's have a look at the rest of the setups. We've got a new one on the euro that we've detailed just now, that we're looking for this one to push to the upside. You could have either taken it here or you could have taken it there, but now we need to see here if you are able to move it to break even. Rather move it to break even. If it's coming down to your entry level, you'll look for a new entry. Okay, so that is the new setup on the euro. US dollar Chief, we've already discussed that one. We've seen this one already dropping here, but we are pulling back like this. So we could be making a flat there. So that means that wave 2 could actually be here on the flat before we continue to the downside. And then we have got Audi US dollar have shown, New Zealand US dollar have shown. Pound Audi has already played out. As you can see, we're looking for this one to get to 82.92. We did not quite reach 93 here. We reversed around 83.70 somewhere here, but it is still continuing to the downside. Let's have a look at it anyway. Let's have a look at Pound Audi. It is still continuing to the downside, 100 pips away from target. So our target on this one, so this was the setup here on Pound Audi, looking for this one to get to 72.80 there. So that's 72.80. We're looking for this one to get to that level. Not very far from here, just 100 pips away from that target on Audi US dollar. So we still expect that to continue to that level. Right. It's in play, looking good. So from 86.60 to 83.90, that's almost 300 pips on Audi US dollar. All right, pound Audi, rather, not Audi US dollar, pound Audi. Which one have we missed so far? There's a new one on platinum where we're looking for this to continue to the upside. This was yesterday. We're looking for this one to continue pushing to the upside on platinum. Not much of a move so far on platinum. Let's have a look at it. Has not really moved anyway, just a $10 move on the 4 hour. That's what we have. And the setup here was for this buy here. So we've made a push, we've made a pullback. We're still expecting this to continue to push to the upside. Even though there's a possibility for this structure, we can do this like that. Okay, we're looking for more upside there on platinum. Okay, that is the trade setup that you've got on platinum. There's a new one on pound CAD where we're expecting a pullback, a move here like that, and a move to the upside. So similar to, we're going to handle it similar to how we handled the euro US dollar. So if we do get that three-wave structure here at this level, we are going to start moving to break even. Let's have a look at that structure, the pound CAD. Okay, so we have got that move here on platinum. This is where we've got the setup. We've already made a small move to the upside here. Will this be three waves, or we're going to see this continue to the upside? So that is the trick question for now, because this now looks like a three-wave structure. We are at the top. Looks like we're going to drop below 50 here. Let's keep an eye on this to see if the trade is going to play out. Pound Chief, you've already seen this. Let's go through the sequence now. We've gone through the US dollar pairs. Now the yen pairs, guys, there's nothing new on the yen pairs. They're all just making parabolic moves to the upside. No signs of reversal is yet. We can see that we may start to get a reversal here on pound yen before we get the reversal. So that could be just the reaction in that wave 4, and then we make a move to the upside here. Then that should be the end of the move at around 160 for a move to the downside. So let's keep an eye on this one. So do not rush to sell this. You know that we start selling only if the RSI on the daily is above, rather it's going to be below 50. As long as it's above, it's only buy setups, but we've already made such a significant move to be buying at the top. Similar to US dollar yen, all the yen pairs similar. Even though we've got some divergence, this is still pushing to the upside. They're all like that. I'm not even going to spend time on the yen pairs because all you're going to see is just an impulsive move to the upside. Okay, so the focus on the yen pairs was right here at the bottom, looking for them to push to the upside. We've got that on euro, we've got that on the Chief, we've got that on the Audi. Nothing, no new analysis there, not correction, just one single pulsing move to the upside, and we have focused all of these moves. So nothing new on the yen pairs, upside so far. Any pullback will be exactly that, just a pullback. Now gold, we saw gold pushing up higher after this move here, but it actually makes a 3 here. Can we see gold making another 3, another move here, and then we start seeing downside here, the same way we've been expecting this. We've been expecting gold to play out this structure, and especially if the DXY was going to drop, and we're going to see so no, not because of the DXY. If we're expecting US dollar yen to continue pushing to the upside, we're expecting gold to consolidate around this level or give us a three-wave structure around this level and then give us the drop. So that is the expectation with that structure on gold. Let's see how that plays out. But there is a conflict between gold and silver because silver looks pretty much upside, but silver could just be completing this structure as well before we get the reversal. Brent crude oil, for a change, we're getting some decent pullback. 1, 2, 3, not the reversal. Around this level, we should see Brent crude continue to push to the upside. All right. I'm not going to go through pound Audi. We've already gone through pound Audi. Let's look at pound New Zealand. Pound New Zealand's playing out very well. You saw this one during trade recaps, looking for this to continue lower. Entry there, there's not been any other decent entry except for that. So pound Pound New Zealand continues to the downside. Pound CAD, you've seen the trade setup on that one. Pound Chief, we're waiting for that to start dropping. We've already gone through that one. Euro Pound. Euro Pound continues lower. That's a three-way pullback. We're going to see Euro Pound continue to the downside. Euro New Zealand, similarly, it has to follow Pound New Zealand. The focus on this one was here, interestingly, was for this to push up higher and for this to drop here. That is Euro New Zealand. Euro Audi continues lower. So if this is not making a three-wave structure and it's making an impulse here, we're expecting Pound Audi to make an even bigger move. This looks now starting to look extended, as you can see. So that is Euro Audi looking for more downside there. You can see that it looks pretty much extended, and we will even see this level here on Euro Audi. Euro CAD. We're going to get a pullback here or just a bounce. This should follow Pound CAD. We should see something like this, at least in the minimum. Euro Chief. Euro Chief, just like Pound Chief, we are seeing this. This is a setup here. We are in the blue box here. We'll be looking for this one to drop. Has not quite reached the blue box. Still missing the blue box by a few pips. But let's see where we are here. It's going to be here. Looks like we've got a triangle there. This is the triangle that we have. I'm going to expand this on the 1 hour. So if you look at this, we are right at the top. We're still above 50, but this is a three-wave structure with a triangle there, and we're looking for this one to reverse, even though it does not really touch the blue box. We're looking for a continuation to the downside. For you to see the structure of the triangle clearly, we have to go down to the 1 hour and have a look at it. So that is the triangle on the 1 hour with waves 1, A, B, C, D, E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We make a move to the upside, and now we're looking downside. So it looks like we are already in under the move to the downside is already underway as far as Euro Chief is concerned, and we are going to expect the same thing of Pound Chief. Those are the euros and the pound pairs. Let's have a look at Audi New Zealand. Audi New Zealand. We are still consolidating here. We don't know which structure it's going to play out, but we know it's a corrective structure. That is one alternative. And another one is this one here. We've got to move to up here. We can have this one coming down here, a push to the upside, you see here. Then we'll still look for downside. We'll still look for downside. Either move that we get here supports more downside on Audi New Zealand. So what we wanted to see on Audi New Zealand was a deeper pullback, okay? Back to around these levels before continuing to the downside. Let's see if we are going to get that. Audi CAD has made a three-wave pullback. Is at the end of the move. We've made a very clean 3 waves here. We have 1, 2, and the 3 looks to be the end here, and we're looking for that to start continuing with a move to the downside. We're keeping an eye on that one. Audi Chief. So Audi Chief, we've been looking at this one to be making a 3-wave structure as follows. We are currently just missing the blue box by a few pips. So we're still expecting that to reverse at equal legs of the blue box. New Zealand CAD. Very strong impulsive move to the upside. Let's have a look at this on the 4 hour. So we'd focus at this move, we focused at this move. We wanted to see this one continue lower. We know the market does not move in a straight line. We've got a pulsing move now. Let's see which corrective structure we're going to get and how it's going to relate with the rest of the structure. We're just going to watch that one for now. New Zealand Chief. W, X, Y. Let's do the structure. Just to remind you, W, X, Y, X. W, X, Y, X, Z. Right, we've got that, and then a pulsing move to the upside. We get a corrective structure, sets up for more upside, That's why we are on our way to the upside, and we'll be looking to retest the 67.60 level around there. Okay, Chief. Looks like we are in wave 3 here, consolidation here. We'll see Cat Chief continue to the upside and break the recent high at this level. The indices, we've already said we're not going to get one more down. We're just going to see more upside. That's what the indicators are showing us. We've got the 3 waves here. We've started with the move to the upside with 1, 2. We're looking for this one to be going for a wave 3, 4, and 5. So we are bullish the indices again. Bullish on the indices. We want to see them retest the previous highs. This is now Dow Jones Industrial, 1, 2, 3. And we start with the move to the upside here. 1, 2, looking for upside. The Nasdaq, textbook 3 waves and upside. 1, 2, 3. We are now already looking upside here as follows. Okay. UK 100 consolidating again for more upside after breaking out of this one. Making another one here. We should expect UK 100 to continue higher. The DAX, so the DAX, another 3 wave structure here. 1, 2, 3. We've made a pulsing move to the upside. We'll be looking for this to pull back in 3 and continue to the upside. Right, so that's this, the DAX. Let's have a look at the next one. Nikkei. Looking at the Nikkei, we're just consolidating around this area. We're looking for this one to continue to the upside. Let's watch the correction there first before we get another leg higher. Nikkei, looking like we're gonna get at least a 4-hour correction here before we get more upside. Okay, so that's the Nikkei, or rather the Nifty, and those are all the Forex commodities as well as the indices. Now let's go to the cryptocurrencies. Just 700 pips off the all-time highs on Bitcoin, as we have been expecting. Bitcoin and is going for those all-time highs. Let's look at this on the daily. A break above this, we are going to see more upside, guys. Brace yourselves. But it looks like it's only Bitcoin that is performing this well. The other cryptocurrencies, and especially those that we know them to perform much better than Bitcoin, are not really doing that well, but that's fine. Bitcoin should be pulling those. So we want this to break up higher. So even if it breaks up and then we start getting a correction here, that doesn't really matter. We're looking for Bitcoin to just continue to the upside at this point. Now, the reason why I'm saying the others are not performing as well as Bitcoin is because you look at Ethereum on the daily. It has been consolidating for a while around the same levels, but if you look on the daily, this move here looks pretty strong. Looks pretty strong. So we can get this one making 5 waves here. And we start getting a pullback and a continuation to the upside. As long as that pullback comes after we've broken the previous highs, then we'll be looking for more upside here. Okay, so that is Ethereum looking very good for continuation to the upside as well. All right, so consolidating around these levels, we are still pretty much bullish the cryptocurrencies. Litecoin as well. Nice strong impulse to the upside after this pullback here in 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll be looking for this one to do that and then upside. That is Litecoin. And lastly, Ripple 1,1. Is this a 3-wave movie on Ripple? And are we going to see upside? That has always been the expectation. We want to see Ripple break this recent highs here and go for those all-time highs. Okay, so that's what we have on the cryptocurrencies. We're looking for more upside. So as far as the currencies, rather the cryptocurrencies that we know to perform well, we know Dogecoin has been performing absolutely incredibly since last year, but we have just been in consolidation here. So we can see Dogecoin reach the 38.40 cents level that we've reached around the mid-August. So if we can get that structure, there's a possibility for that, and we make a move to the upside like that. Okay, so a number of ways that this can play out. Let's see here if it can get this. We could have made all a correction here. It could be done, and we are already starting with a move to the upside. But let's see how that's playing out. For now, we're going to take it one wave at a time, at least back to around these levels. And Dogecoin ADA, one of the best performing cryptocurrencies as well, has not been doing well in recent times, but it's just a matter of the kind of structure it's currently building up. So we can get this one doing that and then upside. 1, 2, 3, then we look for upside. So that would be a WXY corrective structure. Looks like we're getting a triangle here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, coming down, then upside. Okay, so that will be a very nice area to buy it around this level on ADA. Right, Solana, sideways as well. So with Solana, we just want to see this space being filled up, even if it does this, downside and then upside. So this is the possibility there on Solana, that this is a complex correction, 1, 2, 3 like that, and then we can move to the upside. We're still going to be sideways here on Solana. Makes sense after such a big rally that came to a halt in October. Now this is Binance. Binance, this is 5 waves. So even if you do see a pullback here on Binance, looks like it's going to be another move to the upside as follows. And that's all for today, guys. Looking good on the cryptocurrencies. Trade responsibly. Check out LTA at 10 a.m. GMT. Have a great day, everybody. Those that have got a charts that you want to be looked at, we'll do it offline just now. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye. Let's put Shiba Inu on video as well. Shiba daily 3 up, 3 down, expecting 3 up, at least back to the previous highs. If we're going to make a reversal, that's okay. Nothing has changed as far as the Shiba structure. We're still looking for this to be a corrective structure and then the move to the upside. Let's have a look at this in the 4-hour as well. So on the 4-hour on Shiba, this is already 3 waves. This is already a move, and we're already looking for this one to continue to the upside. We should see this one press up higher. Okay, so that is Shiba. I wanted it to be on video as well.